Ag Day is brought to you by Stein Seed. For more than 50 years, Stein has delivered the most advanced corn and soybean genetics available. Through relationships, data, and expertise, Stein has yield plus so much more. Discover Yield Plus at steinseed.com.
Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht joining us here with a look at our national map. And Matt, start with a little snowfall here. Even though it's supposed to warm up a little bit, still some snow out there.
Yeah, in a La Nina year, it doesn't mean we won't see any snow across the area. In fact, there's more evidence that would suggest in a La Nina year, you get a sharper temperature gradient across the United States. So watch what happens with the snowfall estimate. You get a big ridge of high pressure and warmth, but also a lot of snow over a short distance. That is that track, that storm track setting up across the northern part of the United States and into Canada. So we're going to get a couple of snow tracks or snow systems that set up while the heat is building across Texas, Oklahoma, and back up here to the north. That's why you get the deep purple, the bright purple, deep purple, like band, right against the white. And then you got the heat or the warmth back down here to the south. Notice how far north the warmth goes with that storm track staying back up here into northern Wisconsin and into Michigan, eventually tailing back up into the northeast where it's still going to remain cold. In fact, if there's going to be a at or below average area, it's going to be into the northeast where we could see some snow going into the weekend and next week. The warmth isn't going to stick around all month long, but it is going to be here for a little while. There's a look at the map. Above average temperatures on Wednesday for, I'd say, the entire nation. The one spot that there is just some color missing up here into New England, where it's going to be right at or above or just below average. And then Florida is the other area that you may see at or just below average temperatures. For Thursday, the heat sticks around, but not nearly as much as what we had on Wednesday. By Friday, that first track, snow track, comes through. It'll ride right along this gradient with some snow coming up on Friday, and then into the weekend, a pocket of colder air settles in across the Midwest, taking temperatures back down below average for the Midwest and as far south into Alabama as well as into Tennessee. So the long term, quiet and warm for the nation. You look at the drought monitor, they're starting to see that build back here to the west, but also a Pilot Mountain in North Carolina. They're continuing to fight a wildfire there. And look how dry it is. The entire state of North Carolina now under a burn ban because of how dry it has been, but also the potential for some stronger winds. What about Wyoming? No, we're going to be staying sunny, breezy, high around 66 degrees, low 41. Georgia, sunny and mild with a soft wind, high around 68 degrees, low 43 degrees. And then New Hampshire, cooler, high around 38 degrees, but still mostly sunny.